what the hell did I just watch? Them first 45 minutes were absolutely disgusting, embarrassing, humiliating, filthy. I don't even know any more words I can describe to explain what we just witnessed. 4-0 in the first half. 45 minutes, we conceded a goal every single 10 minutes. That was absolutely disgusting. And listen, I am going to be talking about the performance from every single player in that first half. But before we do that, I want to talk about the second half, because I just want to get this out of the way and just get it done and over with, because that referee was an absolute disgrace. Listen, I am not making any excuses before you guys go running to the comments and start saying, oh, what are you talking about? Why are you blaming the referee? You lost 4-0. Yes, I understand we had an absolutely disgusting first 45 minutes. I already said that. But when decisions like this aren't going your way, we start the second half strong. We are going for that goal. Clearly, Hansi Flick's halftime talk, it did something to the players, because we saw a completely different side to this in the second half than we saw in the first half. And I mean, that was obviously going to happen, because the levels that we were at in the first half, we couldn't be any worse. But that's besides the point. Someone explained to me how is Pau Kubasi offside in this position, and somebody explained to me what are these offside lines, because I honestly do not understand how VAR can get away with stuff like this. Pau Kubasi's foot is here, yeah? You can clearly see Robert Lewandowski making contact with the ball. So that should surely mean that the game resets, yeah? And the game resets, and then they should be able to draw other lines from this spot. Then I understand, okay, Kubasi is offside there because he's in front of the ball. But no, what are these lines? I honestly don't know what they are. VAR, the referees in this league, they are an absolute joke. And the worst part of them all was the fact that it took 8 minutes for VAR to disallow this goal. Now remember, when VAR was firstly introduced to football, what was the first thing that VAR was meant to do? They were meant to overturn clear decisions. When a referee makes a clear and obvious mistake, that's when VAR intervenes. So surely it doesn't take 8 minutes for VAR to overturn something that is a clear and obvious mistake from the referee. So that clearly just nullifies the whole reason of why VAR was introduced to the game, because this wasn't a clear and obvious decision, because it does not take 8 minutes for VAR, with all the technology in the world, to come to a conclusion. It just makes zero sense. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. But okay, even if you want to say he was offside in the first place, like I said, 8 minutes. Oh, my head is all over the place. You guys don't understand how mad I am. And then secondly, yeah, the referee gave a red card to Eric Garcia. Okay, you can argue last man, it was a denial of a clear scoring opportunity. Okay, how the hell wasn't this a red card? You can literally see Diego Simeone's son, Giuliano Simeone. He's not even making contact with his body on the pitch. He's literally jumping onto body, yeah? You know, if you make no contact with the floor whatsoever and you're jumping into the tackle, that is a clear red card, yeah? Okay. Then he makes contact with Bode. This was the exact same foul they gave Frankie de Jong a red card to in the Spanish Super Cup final against Real Madrid on Mbappe. Tell me, what is the difference? How is that not a red card? Somebody please explain to me, because it makes zero sense. First of all, like I showed you guys, look how high he jumps. He's not making contact with the floor whatsoever. His body is up in the sky. And then second of all, look at where his studs end up on Alejandro Balde's shin. That's a clear red card not given. Like I mentioned, they gave a red card to Eric Garcia, but when it's to Barcelona, when it's in favor of Barcelona, no, they just close their eyes. VAR and the referees, it just makes zero sense. And the worst one of them all, in my opinion, is this one right here. If this was a Real Madrid player, I've seen Real Madrid get, and listen, I don't want to make this about Real Madrid, I'm so sorry, but listen, I have to, because there's a stat. Real Madrid have had 86 penalties since VAR has been introduced, and this is the exact reason why. Real Madrid players, they get fouled outside of the box. Endrick last season against Espanyol was pulled outside of the box. He somehow gets a penalty. Kylian Mbappe stands on opposing players' feet in the box. Real Madrid get a penalty. We saw it on last game against Mallorca. And we saw it today. Yamal gets fouled in the box. It's a clear penalty. Look, you can clearly see the contact is being made there. The Atletico Madrid defender has his leg dangled out for no reason whatsoever. He makes himself big. He makes contact with Yamal, which makes him go down. It's a clear penalty. But like I said, No penalty given towards Barcelona. Why? I don't know. But this has been a reoccurring thing. So that is just 3 decisions that could have completely changed the game for us, yeah? In the second half. And like I said, if they went in our favour, like they should have, it would have been a completely different game. A red card, a goal disallowed, and a penalty. That's 3 big decisions that did not go Barcelona's way in the second half. And when you're taking 8 minutes for VAR to overturn a decision, when you're not getting a red card when VAR is supposed to intervene in a clear and obvious mistake, which the Giuliano Simeone red card was, and another time when VAR is supposed to intervene because that's a clear and obvious mistake, the referee somehow doesn't see it. I don't know why. What are we meant to do? I mean, come on. Like, yeah. But we have to talk about that first off because I talked about the referees in the second half. It was an absolute disgrace. We actually could have made a comeback in the second half. So, yeah, in a different world, we might have somehow made it 4-2, maybe 4-3, even 4-4 equalised. Listen, but the first half, oh my days, I don't think there is any Barcelona player that can hold their head high. I don't even know what I'm seeing right now. Apart from Jules Koundé and Frenkie de Jong, I don't know if I was, my head was all over the place. I wasn't even focused on the game properly. So I don't even know if like any players played good, but Jules Koundé and Frenkie de Jong, I think, were the only good players, especially in that first half. And I mean, they weren't incredible, I'll be real. Joan Garcia, he makes that mistake. I've been glazing this guy since he joined. Every single Barcelona fan has been glazing him, and rightfully so. But you cannot make a mistake like that. Yes, I know the pitch isn't good whatsoever. Even the Atletico Madrid players in their last game was complaining about their own pitch. But Joan Garcia, you cannot make a mistake like that away at one of the best stadiums in the world. That just the atmosphere they just gotta feed off it. The Atletico Madrid fans are just gonna love it, and that's exactly what they did. They were pumped up, and ever since then, our players mentally they look lost after that. And then yeah, Marc Casado, I am sorry. That was one of the worst performances I have ever seen from a Barcelona player, and I hate to do this, man. Honestly, I don't want to do it because Marc Casado, he's someone that loves Barcelona. He's come from the Masia. He loves the club from inside out. But bro, he was losing every single duel in the midfield. He was getting bullied, and he got substituted off in the 37th minute. When have we ever seen a player get substituted off in the first half because of how bad they've been? And like I said, I don't want to blame Marc Casado because I love him, but bro, that was honestly a hall of shame performance. As for this guy right here, Ferran Torres, I am sorry. What does this guy do on a football pitch? I am so sorry. What does he do? Because listen, look at this stat right here. It just came up by itself. Ferran Torres had the least touches, 22 of any outfield player to play the 90 minutes. He even had less touches than Marc Casado, and Marc Casado came off in the 37th minute. He cannot play as a striker. He cannot play as a left winger. I've been saying this for the longest time. We need to cash in on him. Hopefully a team comes in, pays 40 to 50 million euros, because listen, he's a useful player here and there, but he's not the level that Barcelona need and require. I am so sorry. Listen, he's had his moments here and there, but like I said, bro, we need to buy a proper striker. We cannot rely on Ferran Torres, and especially watching him as a left winger, it's painful. It hurts me on the inside. I am so sorry saying this, but it's the truth. It infuriates me that a player like this is starting for Barcelona as the number 9. We've had Luis Suarez, we've had Robert Lewandowski, we've had Eto'o. If you go back in the years, we've had R9. We have to suffer with Ferran Torres now. Come on, man. We've had Messi as a false 9. Now we have to, we're forced to watch Ferran Torres up top. I can't do it anymore. We need to cash in on him. And then like Bodie, I know a lot of people are hating on him, saying that he had a terrible game, but he had no one on his side. He had no left winger. We had Dani Olmo playing in this position, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it was the tactics, this guy would always be positioned here. So literally, it was Bodie versus Griezmann, Simeone, Molina. Every single time it would be a 3v1. So I don't know why a lot of people are picking on Alejandro Balde. Yes, but when you're that numerically disadvantaged, what are you meant to do at that point, man? You got 3 different players just passing it around you. I mean, Lamine Yamal, he had his moments here and there. Of course, he's going to have them, but I expected way more from him, especially with it being such a big game in semi-final. And you know how he loves to step up in these big games, but there's only so much he can do. We can't always be relying on an 18-year-old, and we've been so unfortunate with injuries, honestly, because we've had Rashford injured. We first have Pedri injured, of course, in the midfield. Then we had Rafinha injured. And then Rafinha's replacement, Rashford, also got injured. Yesterday, I think it was a flu. I'm not 100% sure what went wrong. But So much unlucky stuff. And fair play to Atletico Madrid. Ademola Lookman, incredible game. Alvarez, bro. This is what you call a striker. Bring me this man to the Camp Nou. I need to see this guy playing for my club, because the way he can come deep, play with the ball, poach, like him and Ferran Torres are on two different worlds. Julian Alvarez, I'm telling you guys, listen, when he joins Barcelona, you guys will understand what I'm talking about. He's an absolute baller, and everyone for Atletico Madrid were incredible, man. There's nothing I can say bad about them. They played great. Their fans were incredible. The atmosphere was good. And listen, as for Barcelona, I don't know what we do from here, because it's 4-0 down in the first leg. The last time we had to come from 4-0 down, we beat PSG 6-1. Listen, it might happen again. I still believe this team will get the job done in the second half. I just don't know why. When I have players like Yamal, Rafinha's going to be coming back, Pedri's also going to be coming back. I have to believe in this team. But this first half of this first leg was disgusting. I have no words. Like, it reminded me of that Chelsea performance, and that wasn't good, man. It was not good, honestly, man. But yeah, I don't know what much more to be said. I don't know if you guys are watching till the end of the video. I appreciate you all. Listen, it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, listen, it is Copa del Rey, so yes, I know it's not the biggest of competitions, but we cannot be performing like that in any competition. Whether, like I said, it's Copa del Rey, La Liga, anywhere. That was not good enough. But yeah, if you guys have been watching till the end, I appreciate you all. Thank you for all the love and support that you guys have been showing me. Let's try get to 150 likes, man. I know you guys are going to be upset like I am, but let's look at the positives. Our injured players are going to be returning. Also, remember, comment. I don't even know what you guys want to comment. Give me your thoughts on the game. Just give me some stats that will make me happy. I don't know how. Please, let's just spread some positivity. I know it's hard to, but, and also remember, subscribe. We're on the road to 10k. We're on 3.5. 2k. I appreciate all of you, man. I will hit the notification button every time I do post. You guys will be the first to be notified. 4-0. I don't know, man. Big up. Peace. And listen, don't think about it too much. We'll come back in the second leg. Trust me. Peace.